Oh my goodness, good morning. It has been one hectic week. As you can tell, because you probably haven't seen me in, I don't even know the last time I did a morning coffee with Tina, because that's how busy this week has been. So, my third daughter and her two kids came, and then we went up to Mount Hood and to babysit because her husband was in a wedding up there. So we went up to Mount Hood at the resort. I think it's called the Mount Hood Resort. I don't even know where I was staying. In a hotel, and we stayed and we babysat the kids because the kids were too um, nervous to stay at my house. I think next time I'll just keep them at my house because at least then I get to sleep in my own bed. And I'm going to now commence with the complaining because, oh my God, I'm too old. I'm not used to babysitting two rambunctious children. They're 4 and 6. They are active children. We went to the pool. We went for a walk. We watched some TV. We did an art project that they weren't very into. Um, what else would we do? The art project, which you gotta love. You know the packing peanuts that annoy you that come in kits? If you get the ends of those wet, they glue together and you can do 3D sculpture that is pretty spectacular. Apparently, however, that is not a 4 and 6-year-old activity. Let me know if you ever try it. I know I have fun doing it because you can make some pretty giant sculptures out of that stuff. Basically, they're sort of the consistency of Cheetos. One day, we took them and we wetted the end and stuck them on the dog's forehead, and we made him look like a little reindeer, a baby reindeer. Yeah, it was fun, and a baby unicorn. But apparently, 4 and 6-year-olds are not interested in such activities. Maybe not enough color. I don't know. Anyway, that's what we did for that. There, you have a craft. Crafts to spend time with not 4 and 6-year-olds. And then we fed them. We took a drive, just a short drive, to get a cookie while David and I got coffee because we needed caffeine to keep up with these children. And then, then we put them to bed and went to bed ourselves. But I have termed it the night of the newborn. Not that I really had a newborn. However, after we put the kids to bed, which they were fine, they were easy to put to bed, no problem. We had a system worked out because I'd put them to bed the night before and they knew the drill. But then in the middle of the night, the hotel fridge apparently wasn't a fridge, it was a freezer. And my husband said he did try to go in and adjust the temperature, but there was no temperature adjustment. And we put a bottle of water in there that blew up in the middle of the night. It happened to be a glass bottle of water. So a bomb went off at midnight. Well, actually, no, my daughter came home at midnight, so I woke up for that. Then at 3 a.m., that's when the bomb went off in our fridge. And so then we had to wake up and take care of that and make sure there was a towel down because the ice spewed out, but it wasn't water, but we were afraid it was going to come out of the fridge. And we left the fridge open and we took the other stuff out of the fridge and set it up aside. So that was at 3 a.m. Then at 5:40, exactly, because I checked my watch, the pool started up outside. And a group of people decided at 5:40 in the morning to start having a party at the pool not far from our back deck. And not far from everybody's back deck. So I'm sure I wasn't the only one annoyed by the pool party. So first I tried to yell off the deck and say, hey, people are trying to sleep up here. Can you guys keep it down? Not that nice. I wasn't that nice. Believe me, I was Cratchit off the deck. And they couldn't hear me, apparently. Probably because they were too loud themselves. And then I called the front desk, because I've become that person. And I was at 5:40 in the morning and said, hey, this is going on. I can't take this. And they says, oh, we'll tell them to be quiet. And then they were quiet. So that was the rest of that night. And I figured I was awake every 4 hours, so that's why it was the night of the newborn. Then we got home, and the whole fan family came over yesterday, so I had grandkid craziness in my backyard. And it rained the whole time. I miss Arizona. I miss it desperately because it's so muddy. I'm going to be cleaning up my patio for a while. They were good. They played outside. They had a good time in pouring rain. Pouring rain. It was so pouring. It wasn't nice. They were happy, but we put up our little, I'll show you what we put up there. We put up one of these little cover things, plus the extra umbrella. And then, but I'll show you my muddy deck. See all the mud on there? I think I'm just gonna wait for it to dry and then sweep it off because I don't think it's worth trying to get mud if it ever gets dry again, because it is rainy, rainy, rainy right now. Oh, and at 1:30, we're going to look at a house today. Another house in Hillsborough. I'll get back to you on that one. I'll show you that and see what you guys think of it. Maybe I'll even show you a link. I'll give you a link. Oh, I'll give you a link to the info below to see what you think of it. I'll let you know what we think of it tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna like it or not. It's in Hillsborough though, but on Main Street, so it's walkable to town. Morning coffee, but cold. Then commences the next excitement. The next excitement, there will be knitting, I promise. The next excitement is dogs show up at my front door. A pit bull mix. We never got close enough to know anything more than that, other than he was a pit bull mix. My son-in-law told me is that they were headed out to leave today to go on their family gallivant around. And this pit bull mix and a puppy, I think, or a herding dog, because he was spazzy as all get out. The herding dog just comes all in the house, comes on in. Hi, how you doing? 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 Hello, how you doing? And then the other dog, we tried to say, hey, puppy, what are you doing? He took off. And my biggest concern is I live on a conflux of 3 streets that are very busy. The one is a neighborhood street, but people fly down it because it's a straight shot, super fast. And then Cornell is just the busiest road ever. And then we have another busy road that's the main thoroughfare to Jones Farm. So I'm moving you around because I got to reposition. So I was worried about the pit bull. The little red dog, reddy brown dog, he followed me anywhere. He was nice. She turns out to be a she. She was a lovely dog. So I walked around to the gate and I said, hey, come on, puppy, come on in. And she went right in the backyard, and I have a fenced yard. So we were contained on that. And then I proceeded to, 1, find the pit bull, 2, find the owners, right? There's a moving truck driving down the street. I didn't assume that a moving truck would be looking for a dog at all. So I'm walking around looking for people out. I didn't see anybody out. There was a guy on a bike, but he was going about his business. There was a woman with a bag that looked like she had a newspaper in it. She was going about her business, not looking for anything. So I spotted where the pit mix was, and we have a little loop of a neighborhood behind us, and he was going from door front to door front to door front, but not going out into a street anywhere. So it made me feel a little better, but it's like, where's the owners? They don't even know he's out. They could be at work. So I came home and called my daughter and my youngest, and my youngest said, hey, get on Nextdoor and log in, download an account. I'm like, I'm not downloading an app for Nextdoor. So I called Bonnie Hayes, which is our local shelter, and I called an animal control who came right out, too sweet, which was nice. She shows up, and then the guy in the moving van, who I had seen, but he didn't look like he was looking for anything, comes rolling up. He goes, have you seen a dog? And so we solved our problem without the animal control gal having to do anything. I guess the pit bull went home, and the dog I had in the backyard was his. So I gave him over, and I just said, hey, you guys, just put a tag with a phone number on it. I'll call you. I always call dogs. I want to get them home. And so hopefully he will put a tag on the dog next time. Apparently it was an Aussie mix. That's what the animal control lady said. Who knew? So let's talk about knitting. Do you know how long it's been since I was knitting? I did knit a little. When did I knit? I think in the car somewhere. That's how long it's been. I have my little project bag. It is the most boring knitting you can come up with. Haven't even finished the t-shirt yet. But I have knit. I think it was when we were going up to the mountains is when I knit. I think. Maybe at coffee. Don't know for sure. I haven't had a lot of alone time. But I have knit more on the fairy rings. This is the last one. It's going slow. The last one, and it is the knit 7 rows or knit 8 rows, reverse the stockinette, knit stockinette 8 rows, reverse the stockinette 8 rows. I have done 2 rows, but I did cast it on. I was on the couch when I cast it on, I think. No, I was in the car. I think I did this driving up to the mountain on Friday, I think. But that's all the brain space I have. That's all I got. I am so tired, I cannot even knit. And that says a lot for me. So, yeah, that's my week. That's why you've heard nothing from me. because I have done nothing but survive sleep deprivation and busy children. So I've been having a lot of coffee. A lot of coffee. A lot of chasing. And then a lot of stupor in front of the TV when I'm not chasing. And that's it for the week. I'm hoping. So my life will be my own on Wednesday. I have been packing a lot. So there have been orders coming in, and I've been packing those too in between stupors in front of the TV. But yeah, that's what's happening. I know I've got to get a video out for, I want to tell you, the International Organization of Lace, and I will put the link below, will be having their annual conference virtually this year, online. You probably can't get into a class, but there'll be some vendor sales for lace makers. You might be able to get into a class if you contact the Lace Museum. They are doing the registration for classes, so you could find out if you could get into a class and register for the event. But I'll put all the links here. And if you've never heard of the International Organization of Lace, the conferences always take place in the U.S., but they are a international group of ladies that like to make lace in all forms: bobbin lace, needle lace, netted lace, tatting, crochet, knitted lace. And Kelly and I have sort of, as much as we can, sort of tried to expand the agenda for knitted and crocheted lace. I don't know that we've done such a great job, but we're working on it. So we're trying to help the IOLI in that aspect of the group, but or that aspect of lace. But it's a fun organization. The ladies are super, well, ladies, there are guys too. I'm just being sexist probably. The group is very lovely, sweet group of people, and super fun to learn from. Very, very, I've learned so much about lace in general, but also specifically in each of the genres. So keep that on your agenda if you want to pop in, if you want to read more about the International Organization of Lace. I will put the link below. Now, remember, a couple of weeks ago, I went to the Lace Day, which is our local Portland Lace Society, and also a lovely group of people. And I'll also put that link below. And that is the local chapter of the International Organization of Lace. So lovely, lovely way to learn more about lace and learn how to make lace. But that's what's up in my agenda so far. I'm hoping to have just a little bit of quiet for a little while with nothing on my agenda. Although I will be opening the shop soon for a big sale. We're going to draw down the inventory a lot. So there will be a big, big sale coming. You heard it from me first. You heard it from me first. Anyway, my visitor has arrived. Granddog has arrived. Anyway, I'll let you go, and I'll see you. I don't know when I'll see you. I'll try to see you tomorrow, but we'll see how things go. Bye.